Yeah. I love you too. I love you too. Alright, so I did some testing with Streamlabs, and I had one person come in and say hi. I had a peek, I think 2 people watching, and I don't know what the deal is with that, so I'm coming back over to YouTube Standard, um, the YouTube app on my phone, and seeing what the differences are. Um, Usually around this time of day, I get a few people coming in, chit-chatting, a couple of viewers, a little bit of lurkers, maybe on their commute or whatever, one job to the other. So I'm kind of just testing around real quick. I know that you guys want me to stream more. Me streaming is way easier than editing right now. Filming, editing, all that stuff takes so much time. Streaming, I just set it and forget it. So oh, we're gonna get a haircut this week. So I have one job tonight, 6. So kind of a late one, but I guess they're working. Go there at 6 o'clock. Simple. It's IKEA. So some money better than no money, right? There's another job that it's pending. I don't think the guy's gonna approve on the charges. He hasn't written back. So as soon as it stream's over, I'm gonna hit him and be like, hey, I want to help you. I don't mind helping you, but if you can't agree to the charges, I'm gonna have to cancel out the task. Delivery tasks I have a 2-hour minimum on, and that's to compensate me for the gas. So back before I had it, oh man, I did a video on this a while ago, but I guess I could talk about it now. Oh no, I already did a video on it. It was a crazy delivery job, and the whole thing really soured this shit together. Like, he was out of state and he was trying to arrange for a lot of alcohol to be delivered. And he wanted it done with the delivery fee, and I'm like, that's not a delivery job in Moving Holland. It's like, you wanted to book me under what? At the time, was delivery was $18 an hour. This is before I even had a 2-hour minimum. It's like, so you want to book me for $18 an hour to do all this, but this isn't like a standard pickup drop-off situation. This is, I have to go to a distributor, I have to load the back of my truck, I have to go and drop it off at all these different locations, then I gotta pick it up again, go back to the distributor. Michael, what are you doing? Don't do that, dude. Come on, man. Sorry, he's spitting like on the ground, and I literally just told him not to. So it was such a train wreck because this dude had he had nothing planned out. Like, he gave me like, we talked over email and stuff, and I kept trying to tell him we have to coordinate everything through the chat. So as much as you want to email me everything, we wouldn't. He's like, oh no, it's easier to just forward you all the emails, and I'm like, we need to kind of keep it in chat. And I kept telling him this for the longest time, and he's like, oh, trust me, and he sent me all the stuff between him and his distributor, back and forth. And the thing about the distributor is, it was Discount Liquor, I guess it was called, out here in Vegas. The thing was, man, is that his distributor, they do not do delivery, because it's not like, he was basically buying this stuff from a discount liquor store. That was who he chose as a distributor. So instead of to distribute the alcohol, would cost way too much. So he got the alcohol for really cheap, and he got a delivery guy, me, which was, I was way cheaper than going through a company. So, and I told him, like, I'm not really equipped to handle the kind of load that you're expecting me to give. Like, if there was a job, I had to go out and buy a dolly, or like a platform bed dolly. I had to do all this kind of crazy shit for this guy. And the day of, on the way to pick up the stuff, he was fully communicative, all good. The moment I picked everything up, sent him documentation, everything's good to go. I drove to the fucking location at these stores. They had no idea who this guy was. They never heard of him before. Um, and they're like, well, I guess we can take the shipment, but we don't know who it's from or what it's for. They weren't expecting anything. And I was like, well, I can't give it to you guys if you guys are telling me you're not expecting it. Yo, what's up? I was like, I got to make some phone calls, try to get a hold of this guy. So they ended up getting a hold of their store manager, who got me on the phone with their general manager, and they were forwarding all this information back and forth. And I was talking to the general manager of the whole Las Vegas region for these stores. There's 5 stores. And I told them the situation, and I told them the email, the guy's name, and all this stuff. And like, okay, so that email is our company email, yes, but that name, we have no idea. But this person that arranged all this, we don't know who this is. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm just going to return all this stuff then. I can't get a hold of him. He's not responding to me. Sorry. And it's like, yeah, right? Everyone does keep asking me that. Well, that's because my top 2 videos on my entire channel, one is an Amazon Flex ride-along video. One's an Amazon Flex video. The other one is my HVAC ride-along with my buddy Ryan. And I go through the comments on that video, man, and they give Ryan such a hard time. I mean, it's so divisive. It's like either they're shit talking Ryan, or they're shit talking the fact that we're white shirt technicians. Oh, you don't know what the hell you're doing. So that whole comment thread is really kind of negative. The video's got a lot of likes, which is weird, but because you would think that if it has a lot of negative comments that it would have a lot of dislikes. But the ratio is actually really well up in the positive. And that was just me sharing my experience of my first 90 days in the HVAC field. And I wasn't trying to act like I knew a whole bunch of crazy stuff. I was just saying, hey, I'm brand new to this. If you're brand new to this, here's my experience so far. Maybe it's a career field you want to get into. Yes and no. What's the background on the name? What do you mean, what's the background on the name? Am I still in touch with Ryan? Yes and no. Ryan is such a cool dude, man. He's the kind of guy you can have a beer with. He lives in Lake Havasu now. He has a kid. It's great. Mace Valor. Oh, huh. So, all right. Well, I guess we could talk about that. All right, you guys want to hear the story about Mace Valor? All right, back in high school, freshman, sophomore year ish, whatever. When I moved to Menifee from Wildbarn, California, I had I always liked sci-fi and fantasy and all this stuff, right? Well, when I moved to Menifee, I had this circle of friends in my neighborhood, and we all loved making videos. We all wanted to get into film when we got older, and we were constantly recording different kinds of skits and videos, and we were just doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And with film, and one of the big things is that all of us loved Star Wars. Star Wars was like we were just totally into it. And there was this promotional poster for Star Wars episode Revenge of the Sith. Star Wars episode 3? There was this poster that's like the one that's kind of sticky on the window at Burger King, and it's like play to win, blah blah blah. And as far as I was really into Star Wars, and we did a lot of extended universe stuff. We read all the books and stuff. Like we were heavy into Star Wars back when I was younger, with that circle of friends. We did the kendo sticks, and we did the Adobe After Effects frame by frame lightsaber stuff. So when we would make videos, we did all that stupid shit that kids did back in the day. This is actually before YouTube, is where Mace Valor came from. So they had this poster thing at Burger King, and when I was there, it had Mace Windu and Senator Palpatine. Now, I'm a big fan of Mace Windu. You know, purple's my favorite color. And the purple lightsaber, I thought Mace Windu was a Banff. I mean, he's like second in command of the Jedi Council right next to Yoda. Like, this dude is the shit, right? So I'm thinking, oh man, I gotta have this in my room. Because my room, there's a video, an old video of me in high school. If you go on it, you can see it in my room. I took a tour of my room and I had posters of movies, video games, all sorts of crazy shit all over the walls in my room. Because that's all the stuff I was into. And so I literally had a wall that was just stuff on it. It's crazy. But yeah, it's in my archive, one of the old videos. Macy Balls. Never seen Preacher. Anyway, so at Burger King, I see this poster that's like stickied up on the window, and done eating with my friends, and like, I want that. Rip that bad boy down and run the hell out of there, right? And that was up in my room ever since. And all my friends knew that I loved Mace Windu, and we all had like our little Jedi names and stupid shit. And I got the title of Mace Valor. So the reason where Mace Valor came from is the Valor portion might have just been a coincidence, but that's what I was dubbed, Mace Valor. I guess we, in our own little fan fiction way, Mace Windu, the name of Mace was more of a title. Mace was Samuel L. Jackson, right? Yeah, Mace Windu was Samuel L. Jackson. So we came up with this fan fiction thing where, you know, Mace Windu, the Mace portion came from the title that he had or whatever. So the title of me being Mace, and then Valor, you know, meaning it's courageous. You know, I had balls to just fucking steal something out of the damn Burger King in broad daylight. So, I mean, there's a bunch of different ways you can look at it. I mean, I've been writing my whole life, and especially back in high school, it's kind of been on the shelf now, but there's a book I was writing in high school called Trials of Glory. And, you know, glory and valor are these very prominent driving forces in the story. So there's a lot of different things that Valor in the Mace Valor can stem from. The Mace portion of Mace Valor stems from originally from Mace Windu. The Valor portion of it, I guess that just comes from the kind of guy that I am. I'm pretty ballsy. You know, I'm pretty out there. I'm pretty open. You know, I'm not. I don't really have a huge sense of fear. I mean, I guess I do have a sense of fear, but the fact that I acknowledge my fears and face them anyway, that's where the Valor comes from. So it's long 6 o'clock tonight. There's another one. It's a delivery job for a client. I really don't want to do it because he just wrote me and it's going to sound like more of a headache than it's worth. So, yeah, he's, and I, honestly, I'm not in a position to be picky, but he's like, oh, since I got to pay for 2 hours anyway, I want you to do it. And I'm like, great. And he's like, there's several different documents at several different locations I'm going to need you to drop off all around town. So it's like, well, if I have to do multiple trips, multiple stops, multiple places, that's going to be a lot of gas. That's not going to be worth it. So I'm probably going to tell this dude, hey, yeah, the timing might work, but it's not going to work as far as my gas is concerned. So, because my rates are the way that they are for a trip from one place to another, not from multiple trips all around town. So when I get out done with the stream, I'm gonna hit that guy up and be like, yo dude, sorry, but that ain't gonna work out, bro. All right, oh wait, no. You wanna go home already? Haven't even been here an hour.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Look, you see that timer?
Oh my God.
What's it say, 15?
Oh.
Nah, we've been here a lot longer. This is a new stream.
Oh. How long have you been here?
Uh,
Okay, that's good. Enough.
you don't want to swim anymore? Are you hot? All right, can you dry yourself off completely so we don't tread any water in the house?
Sure.
Thank you, buddy.
I said sure.
What do you want to do when we get there? Skyrim?
Hang out with you, yeah.
We could do that.
You're the best daddy ever had.
Aw, thank you, Michael. And you're the best 9-year-old son I've ever had.
Even though I cry a lot because I get it from you.
Yeah, you cry a lot because you get it from me. That's why.
I am really emotional.
I wear my emotions on my sleeves. I'm like an ogre. I have layers.
So if Ashley abandoned you,
What?
what if Ashley abandoned you? Would you cry?
Of course I would, but
Yeah.
I don't think she would do that.
No.
We make a pretty good team, you know?
When you hope she blows you, you live it.
I'd cry if you abandoned me.
No, I wouldn't.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You promise me?
Yes.
You pinky promise?
Yes.
You want to have leftovers for lunch? Like dinner leftovers?
Oh, my finger.
Because we gotta eat lunch before your brother takes a nap.
Sure.
So we don't have any more of the potatoes or the broccoli, but I can make some corn.
Okay,
So you want to do the sausage and the corn?
Give me.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to move it this way.
Dude. I love you, Michael. You just gotta slow down, okay? You don't have to move so quick. It's nice and
Can I say
easy.
something?
Hit me.
On my Xbox, the only game I have is Minecraft. It's the only game I have.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna save up my allowance so I can buy DC Lego the Super Villains.
That's Xbox One,
Oh.
not 360. I've had this conversation with you before, but just because it says Xbox doesn't mean it's gonna work on your Xbox.
Also, what kind of games are on 360?
Oh, there's Lego Marvel Heroes.
Your own character?
Mm, I mean, there's a character customization thing in it, but you
Yeah.
gotta play the game. What are you picking? Stop picking at your nails.
I'm putting my meat.
All right, you know what's wrong with my teeth? That same thing can happen to your. So don't bite them. Don't do any of that. Just let them grow.
Or what happens?
You could get an infection. We gotta cut your finger off.
No.
You ever seen that?
No.
There are people walking around. They lost their fingers because they keep biting in, and then they cut into their skin, and they get infections, and you gotta cut it off. Yeah, it's like the teeth. If you don't brush your teeth, you gotta pull them out. Oh, can you do me a huge favor, buddy?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, please. All right, you want to go home, don't you?
Sure.
Everyone's being so quiet right now. It's nuts.
I don't know why. I really want to drink the pool water because I think it's regular water for some reason. It just looks so tasty.
It's not. There's chemicals in it.
I know.
Can't drink it. It's like chlorine and stuff. Also, other people swim in those pools.
So they fart in it.
Well, think of it like this. When people go in the pool, they don't shower before they go in the pool, right? So there are people that are hanging out in their house, or they go out to the park, or they're going to work. They get all kinds of dirty. They get grime. They get sweat. It's all gross, right?
Oh.
Then they come here, and they want to go swimming. So all the sweat, all the dirt, all the nastiness they have in them goes right into the pool. There's a filter, so you see that machine, that wall over there by the jacuzzi?
Yeah.
There's a machine there that filters out all the gunk. So yeah, it does filter it out, but I'm telling you, in that pool right now is a bunch of filth. That's why a lot of people take a shower after they go in the pool. They want to get the chemicals and they want to get other people's dirt.
Stuff got in my nose.
Oh yeah? Yeah, be careful.
Hello friends, me Marco. I like chicken.
All right, let's go, bud.
Okay, you
Wow, this phone is hot. Third, just because I'm streaming.
Oh, okay, buddy.
You know, I have no idea. I cannot wait for winter. I'm so done with summer. I'm like over it.
Me being here?
What? No. I mean the heat. Of course I like you being. Ow!
Like talking with the followers or something like that?
Yeah, I love talking with these guys.
Did we talk to you?
Yeah. Yeah, we go back and forth and we have
Is there
discussions.
like a
And
mute switch or something that you can turn on?
why would I turn on the mute switch? I want to talk to these people.
No, you don't. No. Like you don't like to talk to them in person.
No, I don't talk to them in person. It's all online.
Oh.
Yeah, let's let this car pass and then we'll go, okay?
Because I watched I watched live streams before. You know that app that you have,
Which one?
the one that you can watch live streams.
Twitch?
Yeah.
What about it?
It's cool because you can watch people like live, right?
Yeah, and you can talk to them and stuff.
Yeah. It's cool. I don't really talk to them though. I just look and watch. What's going on? One time I the guy when we were playing Minecraft. The guy just got on. I said, "What are you guys doing?" So he said, "Like we're going to chicken or something."
Hey, mommy. What up? Okay. Mace Valor, signing off.